Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a flip through and an update of my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I'm going to be talking about what I like, what I dislike, and also show you guys something interesting that I found when I compared this to another planner. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. So this is the navy blue Hobonichi Weeks Mega. Oops, sorry for the glare. And I do have a clear Hobonichi cover on top that has all the flowers are part of the cover. So I have been using this for about 5.5 months now, and I'm definitely really enjoying it. This is the first one that I have used, and I'm really liking it. So this is a work planner that I take with me, so it doesn't have any type of like personal information or anything in it, so I can show you guys pretty much the whole thing. I am a special ed teacher, so I wanted something that was portable that I could throw in my work bag, and something that if I needed to take it from classroom to classroom, then I could definitely do that. So this is, right now, this has been my favorite pen to use with it. I've been using this, I want to say since February, but when we go through it, I will let you know. So this is the Uniball Jetstream 0.38. So it is a very fine tip pen, but it's a ballpoint pen, and I found that ballpoint pens, and in my opinion, work the best with this type of paper. Now I will just say that for the weeks, I also use the Hobonichi Techo, and for that I do use a gel pen. I'm not sure if you guys, maybe you even use the Cousin, if you've noticed a difference with the paper, like across planners, because I feel like the paper in here has a slightly different grip to it than the paper in my Hobonichi Techo, as well as a slight difference in the Cousin, which I'm not using consistently this year, but I do have an older one that I use for different things. So the only other thing that I use is this pencil board, and I did not purchase this when I picked up this planner. This was actually a later purchase, but moving forward, I definitely, really no matter what size planner I will use from now on, if it's thinner paper like a Stalogy or a Hobonichi, I definitely have been loving using pencil boards, especially because I use a lot of stickers, which you will see. So we're going to go ahead and go through this. One thing I do really like, and I'm happy to report, is that this does lay flat, which in the beginning was a little bit hard. I think the plastic had really good shape to it, and so did the planner, of course, but now that I've been using it for almost 6 months, it is laying flat. So here is the inside cover. I usually just keep a picture of my daughter in here, but I took it out. And then I also keep a couple of stickers. These are all sticker kits, the leftover stickers, so I keep the weeklies right in the front. And I would say that this is functional, but it's also decorative. I feel like for some people, you might look at this and say this is way too decorative, and for other people, maybe it's way too functional. But for me, I like to be right in the middle, so that's the way that I have it set up. So here's the first page. These stickers I just bought off of Etsy. Originally, I didn't think that I would need them because I thought, oh, well, it's just, you know, a year at a glance calendar. And then in January, when I started to use this for forward planning, since, you know, I work on a whole school year, I actually did need this information. So that is something to think about if you wanted to pick one up, because, and you speak English. If you want the English on top, then you would either have to write it, or you could use a sticker kit. I started to use this in January to mark leave, and then some other things that were happening, and I kind of stopped using it like that. The reason was I really needed to switch it over to my personal planner, because I don't bring this home with me every day. I just leave it sitting on my desk or in my desk. So I just wanted to track that in my personal planner. So for right now, I honestly, I mean, you can tell I stopped tracking things in here in February, and these boxes are just way too tiny for me to track anything that's relevant. So if I choose to go with this planner for next year, I will more than likely just cover these pages up with paper so I can just use it as extra writing space, or I might just leave them blank. So here is January, and at first I was just writing like one thing down from the day. I did note meetings with stars, just important, like there was a half day, so I used one of my little pencil stickers. And here is February. Just marking meetings. Here is March. April. May. And here is next month for June and July. So this is the end of this school year and then the beginning of next school year, which starts in August. I decided to try out monthly sticker kits. So here is August and September already set up because I'm already getting dates together for trainings and due dates. So August and September are done. I do have the sticker kits for October, November, December. I just haven't laid them down yet. All right, so there's the monthlies, and now we are going to jump in case anyone was wondering, this planner actually starts the very first week of December of the previous calendar year. So this is a 2022 planner. So the weeklies actually started on Monday, November 29th of 2021. So if you wanted to start planning in a new annual planner, you could do so pretty much in December. I probably will not do that. I will just use this from January to December and then move on to a new one. So here is January. And in the beginning, I was really trying to plan different ways, use different pens, use different stickers, try to figure out what was the most functional for me, because that is what's most important. If it's not functional, then I'm not going to want to use the planner, and it's not going to work for me. So February 7th, this was the week that I first used a sticker kit, and typically this would be, in any other size planner, this would be just way overwhelming for me. Just completely overwhelming because of the amount of stickers. But for whatever reason in this planner, I think, you know, like I said, because it's so small, it just really worked. So this was the first week I used a sticker kit, and I have used a sticker kit pretty much every week since then. So I'm just going to give you guys a flip through. And one thing I did learn, I think this was really the week that everything came together, was the week of Valentine's week, was that I should be using these, the space on the dailies for things that absolutely need to be done that day. And then I can kind of use the notes section to divide up things that need to get done for that week. Because in the beginning, like back in January, I kind of, you know, I was just marking things on this side, you know, meetings and little things, and then separating out what I needed to do. And, you know, for whatever reason, everything just really clicked in this week. So that was about, I would say 6 weeks after using the planner. And I kind of figured out the categories that I needed for tasks on this side. And then, you know, this is basically everything specifically for that day. And I have learned, even in my personal planner, not to assign myself more than 3 or 4 things per day to get done, because if not, you know, I just run out of time. So that's where we are at. Here's March. And one thing that I do like about this planner is the size. I also like how It appears from year to year that the setup stays the same, which I really appreciate. I feel like a lot of planners that are made in the United States, the companies will switch the layouts out. And while some people might enjoy that, I just find the consistency of these planners to be, you know, a really great thing. It's almost like comforting, because if I pick this up next year for 2023, I know that this planner is going to work for me because it will be the same setup. So that is definitely something I like. I definitely also like the portability of this planner. This was spring break, so I did not use my planner at all. And here we are in April. And something I do like is the color of the paper. It is like an off-white color. It's not a bright white at all. And so I don't use whiteout in any of my planners, but especially not in this one. If something doesn't happen, I just draw lines or I cross it out. I'm not really worried about my planners looking perfect. I want them first and foremost to be functional, and then add in the fun things with the stickers. So as you can tell, still using sticker kits. I'm still really enjoying everything the way that it has turned out. So the main setup that I have here is, like I've shown previously, I give myself 3 or 4 things per day that need to be done. I always put my meetings or any appointments that I have on the right side. And then the 3 main categories that I have for the whole week are emails, tasks, and notes. And it's so funny, every week I set this up and I think, oh, I'm not going to use all this space. And then every week it just is completely filled. But the great thing is that it's just enough space. It really is perfect. And when I use my pencil board, I like this, but you may not like this. So my pencil board, because I have stickers on both sides of the paper, I do have to switch it. So if I'm writing on this side, I leave it there. If I need to write on this side, because I do pre-plan sometimes, as in I pre-decorate. So right now, I think I'm 2 or 3 weeks ahead of the current week. There's going to be stickers on both sides, so then I will switch it over here, and then I can write on that side. And to be honest, I thought that it was going to be annoying to me. It hasn't been. I also thought that because this paper is so thin that it would be very, very hard for me to write, like right here. I know that there's stickers on the other side. I thought that would be a challenge, and it really isn't. But you do want to keep that in mind because this paper is pretty thin. So here we are in May. And I believe that was last week. And here is this upcoming week. So I have everything laid out. And I went ahead and put stickers down for the rest of the school year. I'm not going to put stickers down for the very last week of school because this week is really just about wrapping things up, getting grades done. So I will probably just use pen for this last week, and then I probably will not pick up this planner again until August when we go back. I cannot show you, one thing I cannot show you are the notes pages, but I'll show you where they start. So that little tab right there on the top, that is where the notes pages start in the Mega, which is why I picked up the Mega. So instead of using my planner plus a notepad or my planner plus sticky notes, I have everything. So I have a lot of confidential information that I just can't share with you. But honestly, I have really, really, really been enjoying this planner. The other thing I really like about the notes pages is that they are numbered. So all the way down the bottom, there is a number. So I have an index in the very front. And this is, I think there's 150? No. How many notes pages are there? 214 notes pages. So that's almost, it might actually be almost the same thickness of the actual planner pages. So it's definitely enough for me to use for next school year also. So there are the notes pages. Let's talk about dislikes. While I do like this paper, I found that I really just have to be careful of which pens to use. So this is the My 100 list that I use in most of my planners as my pen test page. And like I said, this has been my favorite, is the Jetstream ballpoint pen. I know other people like gel pens. I personally do not. So I had 16 tests done for pens, and I'll try to bring the planner up, see if you guys can see the bleed through. So it starts right about here where the number 2 is, and then it goes all the way down to about right here to 11. So that's the Jetstream. You've got markers in between, but these pens right here, the bleed through is just way too thick for me. If that's not something that bothers you, then I say, you know, you could definitely use whatever pen you love. So dislikes, sometimes I wish that the paper was a little bit thicker, but overall I don't really have anything that I, you know, really dislike about this planner. I did share this on my Instagram, and I thought that I would share this on here as well. So of course you have your layout. If you haven't seen a blank one before, this is what it looks like. So you have your weekly overview on the left hand side, Monday to Sunday, and then you have just grid paper on this side. It's very rare, I feel like, to see people that actually use this bottom section right here that has the Japanese writing on each side. There is a little calendar, but I don't see people write here in this space. As well as on this very top bar that has 6 June 2022, 24th week, and then this kind of space over here. Why I'm telling you this is because if you like this layout, but maybe you don't want to spend the money on the Hobonichi Weeks because I feel like it is pricey, or if you are not in an area where you can order from Japan, I always order my Japanese stationery from either Jet Pens or from Etsy. There are a couple of sellers in Japan that are just amazing. They have fast shipping, and everything comes really just nicely packaged and secure. But if that's not an option and you would like this type of setup, I did want to share with you that this is my Moleskine Pocket, and it's nearly the exact same space. And so here is the Moleskine, and I'm going to try to lay it right on top so you can see. So on the left hand side, you have Monday through Friday have their own boxes, and Saturday and Sunday are together. And then on the right side, you have lined paper. And I'll try to hold this up so hopefully you guys can see. But if we look at the top first on this side, that's the space that you're missing, which, like I said, I don't really see people writing on. And then on the bottom, you're not going to have this space, which also, like I said, I don't really see people writing on. If it's important to you to have Saturday and Sunday have their own space, then that might not be an option. But for me, since I use my weeks as a work planner, it really wouldn't matter. And I feel like, let's see, I'm trying to find I don't think I have a ruler up here, but I feel like the width of the page is just a tiny, I mean, it's probably like a centimeter or two wider in the Moleskine than in the Hobonichi Weeks. So, but this could be another option for you if you're looking for a similar layout of the Hobonichi Weeks, and you know, for whatever reason, this doesn't interest you, or you don't want it to have, you know, all the Japanese writing, since it is a Japanese planner. So this is just the Moleskine Pocket Weekly Planner. This is a hardcover, So it does have a really nice hardcover. It has a ribbon, and then it has the elastic band to keep it closed. But they do also sell these planners in a soft cover. So if you want something that's like pliable that you could actually bend or actually put in your pocket, then that is another option. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I use this as my, I'll just show it to you, just do a quick flip through really quick, but I use this, these pages are already pre-decorated, but so this is my Spanish planner. So mostly everything that's in here is in Spanish. Since I'm learning Spanish, this is basically like my language notebook. So I had this out on my desk because if I need like a brain break during my lunch break, I will usually practice my Spanish. So anyways, I had this out on my desk and I just had it open like this. And I just set it right on top of my Hobonichi, and the more I was looking at it, I was like, wait a minute, that looks almost exactly the same size. And even if you line up the columns, like, so I'm going to line it up right here with the lines. Hopefully it's straight and you guys can see that. It's nearly identical from top to bottom. And honestly, I should have realized that because these stickers that I'm using are from, I use my leftover stickers from my Hobonichi Weeks kits in this planner because there's not a lot of space to decorate. That is one thing, but let me find the pages. Was it back in February? Okay, so these pages right here, all of these squares, you see how they fit nearly perfectly. Oops, sorry, that wasn't even in focus. Do you see how they fit perfectly within the box? These are stickers designed for the Hobonichi Weeks. So that should have tipped me off that it was the same size because I'm able to use the leftover stickers in here. So that's just a side note. So I wanted to give you guys, like I said, just an update on how this planner is working. I definitely really like it. I would switch over next year to the Moleskine, except for the fact that I really enjoy the notes pages in here. And as a teacher, I just probably, you know how sometimes you just write things on sticky notes and you just throw it away? Well, I need all those sticky notes that end up getting thrown away. So for me, I just really need the notes pages. If they made this with extra pages in the back or to where I had the notes pages, I think that would work. This also does come in a daily version. I just want to let you guys know it's obviously thicker because it has a page per day, but yes, so more than likely for next year I will pick up the 2023 because it has been working so well. So that was a really long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you enjoy planner related videos, please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.